2, 1, and we are go. Well, everyone, good evening and happy weekend. Welcome to the Performance Racing Formula 1 Season 13 Fangio pre-season. And of course, today they're doing it at the toughest test of them all, the home of the British Grand Prix. We are at Silverstone. I'm Callum, Hosty, and welcome and thank you for joining us today, whether you're watching us live or whether you're watching the VOD at a later time. Anyway, it's good to have you all here. So, I should do a little bit of explaining first, just as we all warm up, get into lobby and get ready to admire. And good evening. Good evening, Apple. Why is he saying shut up, Josh? Oh, good evening, Casper. Good to have you all in. So, little bit of explaining for everyone on the other side of the broadcast. So, for Season 13, this side of PRF1, the Fangio division, is now becoming a realistic league. It was an equal league in seasons gone by. So, this is a second test of car performance and how drivers rack up against it, because there's been a few changes. Week to week, we didn't broadcast this last week as a stream. We have put out, I am part of the admin team, but I need to talk neutrally. There has been a change in regards to car performance. I ended up being the test mule going around the circuit of Barcelona, Catalonia. You know, if a car works there, it works well, generally most places in F1, right? And did a few testing in time trial, doing all the lovely stuff, going round and round and round in 12 different cars, which is the 10 realistic cars, an equal McLaren, and the World Car, which you see in multiplayer. Based on that, we've made a few slight tweaks, because I did the science, fastest lap, mean, average, mean is average, so did fastest time, mean, medium, variance, and what actually the game says in the career mode, because ultimately the game's got an opinion. It's been coded in. And now that I made an order and they've chosen to take it on. So if it goes wrong, you can blame me already. So let's get some stats on and let's go and do some stalking. I think we should go on board with Owen. No, not Josh. Not MS Josh. Yeah. Oh, you can tell I'm a professional, can't you, with this? Right. Oh, we got that Williams in a nice Gulf livery. Love it. Love it. By the way, if you haven't claimed the Gulf livery, log into game, go into your inbox. You can have it for free. Unless you already haven't got the game, then of course, yes, you'll have to buy it. And why didn't you do it on Black Friday prices? I don't know. But anyway. So, we'll go on board with Owen very shortly. Just let me take a gulp of water first. That Gulf livery is absolutely sexy. And wrong button. And we are going to have a lap of the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. Oh, definitely using traction control there. Coming out of Club, coming across that finish line. Heading towards Abbey, which is the first turn. Oh, a downshift there. But keeping it flat, same through Farm, and then be on the brakes about 70 metres. And a slight iceberging effect. Going into Village, now through the loop. Now, this is where you would carefully, without traction control, apply the pattern, and then when you can go, you go. Entries flat out, on the TS, down the Wilton straight. Heading towards nearly 210 miles an hour. Battery use and low winds, it looks like there for Owen. As you went through Lovefield. So that was Brooklands, this is Lovefield. Should not be calling entry, it's my own Grand Prix. Taking it nice and easy through Woodcut now as well. Not using all the track you could have used and a bit more through Lovefield. Oh, slightly wide through Cops, going off wide. The time stays valid because he's conceded enough in the game's opinion. Now into Maggots. And then to Beckett, it says downshift. He's trying to get the car rotate with gearbox. That is clearly what's going on there. Now through Chapel, now on the DRS. Under the bridge. Now, and down a straight. Send it to Stowe. You can take a lot of speed and shut the car right. If you get this right, Stowe, it's sweet. You can so easily go off or lose half a second with a poor line. Now let's go through the rail, now into the first pit club and the second. This puts a premium on traction. Comes across line sets a 28.474. Now I should explain, I do believe this is a full qualifying in as well. So, So there isn't much really here at the moment. As Andrew picks my set 28.564. In terms of importance of this session, just keep the car clean. If no one else joins, that's all you've got to do. Oh, Owens Orderick tied on track now. That's in a natural race would be naughty, 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 naughty. Tut, 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 tut. But someone's confident they're going to get through. I suppose 15 spaces and 14 vehicles, you're going to. Now, someone who could be quite quick in this league could be AMS Casper. He's generally one of the quickest drivers that PRF1 has ever seen. But I suppose if you don't commit all the way in, I don't know his commitment level, shouldn't be too unfair. But if he put himself for full 6 PRF1, I can easily see him taking a champion. I mean, how he is not a champion of the league, and yet I am. I mean, it was 5 years ago. It's one of life's greatest mysteries. I mean, it isn't, but let's just pretend it is for the dramatic effect. Now, he should just get by the McLaren nice and easily here of Andrew Pipsmith. If he does, throwing it into Cops. Absolutely pinned, and using a battery just before he even exits. He's got that Sabo hooked up. This is the worst car in the game, but it is a real-life podium taker here. So I suppose there's one track you, in theory, on a set succeed. It's in the Sabo, right? On the DRS, and about heading towards 210 miles an hour. Throwing it into Stowe. Oh, it just looks on rails. He's making that Sauber look way quicker than it really is in reality. Now, coming for the first and second bits of club. On the powers, heads for the third and final bit, and he crosses the line to make a 27-2. Boom. I've got to say, in a realistic Sauber, that is quite impressive. Sipperly Salmon in the Mercedes is a 27-8. He's of decent basis, Salmon, to be fair, so he'll push the car to where it really realistically belongs. I think we should go on board with Mr. Godwin, who does a 27-1. Perfect timing. I think we should go on board with Mr. Fuse. Oh, if I can learn how to do it properly, let's go on board. Slightly got the line through Village Run, but through the loop it looks a bit better as he keeps adapting to those new pedals, new wheels that he apparently has on the DRS. Down the Welton straight, Godwin gets out of the way. You know, that was a committed Brooklands. Could have took a little bit more speed on entry, but to be fair, it's neat inside it. You don't need to give it your all in Q1, particularly when you know you're going into Q2, barring people coming in and taking your feet from under you. Slight imbalance there for Cops as he downshifted. I don't know what occurred there. In what appears to be the second best car. Now, the one thing I will say from my testing is, as Fuse has a little bit of a slide there through Chapel. The Red Bull is probably the quickest over the one lap, but it is much more difficult to extract than McLaren, where you can just get up to speed easily and generate lap after lap. The Red Bull, you've got to get used to it, and you've got to affect that art. Not as extreme as it's been portrayed in real life, of course, but what can Fuse Demon do? He does a 28.052. Okay, but his team effort tonight, Speed Freak. Potential of the season, we don't know. We'll see how things go with cars. Through Village, and now into the loop. He's looking inside it. Yeah, from the throttle tricks there, clearly using traction control, but he's getting a lovely toe off his teammate. Oh, that's very jealous. I am jealous. It's jealousy inducing. That's the phrase I'm looking for. Allegedly purple sector one, but no, in this game, how reliable is that? I don't quite know. Coming through Woodcut, of course, easily flattening these F1 cars, and has been for many moons. Casper's called it quits. Has he done so on track? If so, that's naughty. Shouldn't be doing that. Here we are, through Maggots, Bacchus, and into Chapel. That Red Bull is looking good as we see Axel in his Miami Livid Sauber right in front of Speed Freak. Although I sense he's preparing for a lap. No, I presented that 34.976 he set. But I think he's coming in. Maybe he just went round and had an easy time. Simon and Pace were retired in the pits. That's absolutely fine. Speed Freak coming through the second and third bits of club. Same with AMS Josh in the Racing Bull. Speed Freak sets a 28.694. That's Fuse Demon Calls quick. I mean, there isn't going to be much in this session, I'll be honest, folks. Long story short, it's Q1. And it's 14 cars going for 15 places. I think they're just about squeezing all of them. Let's go on board with AMS Apple. He's literally got one lap of fuel left, so this could be interesting. But he is using an historic Lewis Hamilton helmet. You know that peak mid-2010s Mercedes helmet? Oh, it does look good, albeit a bit strange without all the Monster sponsorship and the Mercedes logo. Anyway, here we are. Through Abbey. Oh, it's looking so smooth. Now into Village. Deploying a lot of steering there quite quickly. Very reminiscent of Fernando Alonso in 2005. As the Pikachu, Josh, oh, that is Mr. Godwin saying, just saying I called it, didn't say what session I was getting poorly. I mean, yes, Josh, but by the definition of Formula 1, you've got to start first on grid. I'd just like to add that to Mr. Godwin. Anyway, Apple has ruined his lap. Big D, who is just a reserve, but he's been placed in the Alpine. He's quite quick. It's not a slouch, but there's a 28-1. And now we got on board with Robbo Snipes in the Ferrari. He's quite decent as well. One of the very fastest AM drivers that has been in the league through both divisions that it currently runs. So again, with Robert, we've got someone who isn't a slouch. He'll put the car roughly where it should be. Let's see where he's going to put it at least now. As he comes through the third bit of club, and he does a 28.346. Okay. That's not too bad. Shall we go back with the Apple? Well, he's going to have to pit anyway. He's got a third of a lap of fuel. So I say, why don't we go with the head of the division, Master Spread? What can he do? What can that Williams do? Which I determined in testing intriguingly was probably a better car than the Aston. I would imagine around here, particularly so, where that drag factor really will hurt the Aston, because there is a lot of blasting out of Club, out of Lovefield, out of Chapel. I know that seems strange, they're both Mercedes powered. Oh, little bit squirrely there for Spread. Coming out of Village, but never mind. As he now comes through entry, easily flat of course, burning the battery. DRS open. What's DRS and how can I buy one since it no longer exists? And it's 27.6 for the first sector. Allegedly purple, probably ins. Taking sort of the second lane through Lovefield. Easily right through Woodcote. I mean, what do you expect? It's a modern F1 car. Not quite a MotoGP bike with it squirming on that rear tyre. Gotta say that looks good through Cops. A little bit of Bossman on exit, but that's not really going to worry the driver too much. Very aggressive through Maggots and Beckett's, through Chapel as well. You gotta say from Master Spread, this is very committed. It's allegedly a second purple sector. I don't know how true this is because it's F1 game, but he is absolutely depleted that battery. Is there anything left in that battery as we head into Club? I suppose you don't want too much battery pump because traction here is difficult. He gets it sliding and he sets a 27.7, but puts in P3. That there is a decent time. I'm not sure how much more running we're going to get, to be honest. Ultimately, it's 14 cars fighting for 15 places. That's not going to be too interesting. So I can only apologise if this is like a little bit of a slow burner, but stay with it. We'll qualify. 50% race, realistic cars. It could throw something up. And because it's a pre-season, they have nothing to prove, but everything to prove to the drivers. So they had a little bit of license. Will have. what championship pressure would otherwise prevent. Yeah, and spreads the other one on track, so we may as well stick with it. He's doing it for England, I suppose. And he's got a bit of fuel, so I suppose he's just having a nice little feeler, seeing where things are. But I must say, he is a wheelie user around. You're an wheelie user, really. I'm too lazy and fat and amongst other things. So I have a lot of overload actually. I really do. As he now comes into the pit, you know the rest. Very cautious pit entry, but I suppose so. And England is an opportunity to practice that pit entry. By the way, here, the speed has been 50 miles an hour since the 29th British Grand Prix. We've got all those British Grand Prix and the 70th anniversary Grand Prix past 6. And you haven't corrected the speed limit. Oh game. Oh game. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see anything else in the next 3 minutes. But hopefully they don't all retire, because I've seen a glitch in F1 2021 and it's probably still could in here. Everyone retired tyres prematurely. We say Q1 and Q2. Apparently we skip ahead to the race. We don't want to do that, so it's probably for best that we'll just sit in the garage. I mean, now we're literally looking at the wing. I remember seeing that under construction actually, when World Series by Renault existed, 2010. A bit more built up after what they've done for the British Grand Prix, and you can actually see cars in between scaffolding as they exited the Hannah Street going into Stoke. It was quite something to watch. I don't have any photos of it anymore, unfortunately. As Apple's called it quits. Yeah, I must say though, I'm not sure how representative this session has been, but you know, the field spread. I mean, Axel's not represented, Apple's not set time, but the field spread doesn't seem too gargantuan at the very least. So, like, see what happens in Q2 where one really has to put it on the line, secure that Q3 spot, try and get a good position on the grid. Speed Freak is calling out Master Spread for having no Gulf livery. You know what? Since nothing's happening, I will be right back in 2 or 3 minutes. Doo-doo-doo. Thank you for your patience, viewers, and you rejoin us. As Master Spread had a little bit of the moment. Oh, he's having another one. Oh, through Beckett's and Chapel. Oh, my goodness me. But the big boy started to play AMS Apple 27-0. AMS got 27-2. Simon and Robbo, good times, 27-4 and 27-6. That's for 27-8. I'll jump 27-9. AMS Josh, 28 flat, hitting that racing ball. Owen, 28-2. Big D, 28-2. Fuse Demon, 28-6. Does Spread have enough for another attack? Got enough fuel. 34 will cut it. What about AMS Axel? What can he do? He's one of those to watch. Being the reigning, and I mean reigning Fangio champion, can he overcome the obstacles of a realistic league to take back-to-back crowns? Can he do it? I'm intrigued if he can. Now here he comes, through Cops. Easily flat, nice and smooth, as you'd expect with someone who is towards the upper echelons of what we call amateur league racing. Maybe one has the potential to go pro, we'll never quite know. He keeps improving, you never quite know. Through sector 2, 104.3 as he cuts the sector 2 beam. Down towards the end of the Hannah strip. Still got a tiny bit of batch left to deploy. Osler halves bit through Stove. Yep, he's on it, using it through the Vale. And now breaking into Club. Part 1. He's had a bit of excursion because he's got a bit of dirt in that car. Part 2, now he's got the traction, he deploys the battery and he does a 28.4. That'll worry him a slight bit, because that's put him on the cusp of being eliminated. Is Master Spread going for it? Yes, he is. We'll see how much more he's got to give as we head through Club with him. On traction on the power, he doesn't deploy his overtake. Oh, he does now, he does. Maybe because of tyres and battery, he only did 29.5. Well, that Andrew Pitzer, let's go on board with him. Got the quickest car. He's currently fresh off back to back Midnight Madness League podiums. So what can you do? Can you take that confidence of being a back-to-back podium sixer and use it in PRF1, considering he has the fastest tool as well? Is he generally going for it? He looks very steady Eddie, I will be honest. Or it's just lacking confidence. He's a wheel player, and being a wheel player is not easy. I'd say I will never criticise anyone for being on a wheel. Intercop, he lifted there, he actually had the lift. Whereas we saying even that the top guys in the worst cars that we need to keep the king. I must say, Andrew Pitzer looks like he's lacking confidence here. His time suggests he's not on a pull down lap or anything. I mean, not too far away from what Spread was doing before. I have a little concern here for Finn Smith, I must be honest. Looks like he hasn't got complete feel of the vehicle. He's not even using all the track as he goes into the first bit of Club. Being very tentative, what can he do? It's going to worry Axel though, as I said, it could potentially happen earlier. He's done a 28.3. I'll tell you one thing, if he gets some confidence, as Apple says, that's enough. Imagine Facebook gets some confidence. I genuinely believe he could fly. But that's for another day. Now, I think he's going bottom speed 3. Because he has got a tow from Fuse as Casper goes past us in that side with the 27.008. What can Speed Freak do? Through Brooklands, very nice into left field. He held it tight, but he would have got a good line out of it. Now, through Woodcut. On the battery, can he hold it flat through Cops? To be honest, the Red Bull in high speed is probably the best car, at least it was in real life. Now into Maggots, Beckett's and Chapel. Can be around a tiny bit. Just a few corrections there. Slightly wide there, but I think he'll be okay. 143 now. He's around what Axel, not Master Spread, Axel and Andrew Pittsmith were doing. So let's see what he can do. He went in with confidence there into Stowe though, so at least he's got that going for him. And he did use a little bit of that curb, going into the first bit of Club. Now, on the path for the last bit. Come on, use your overtake, man! Oh, 28.4. It's not quite enough, but he is close enough to cause trouble. Is AMS Josh on lap? No, he's not. So, we're now going to be in a situation where people are going to do their laps. Oh! But before that, Hughes is going to take advantage and use a clear enough track. Now, he does have Axel in front of him, as well as his teammates. There might be some towing games going on, because people confused with agreeing to do. Hughes, exactly a third of a second up after the first sector. That improvement alone would see him make Q3 as the time's currently stand. And he's using an overtake. He's hugging Woodcutt's like going over the curb, but Woodcutt nowhere. Supplying cops. You bet you're from the PRF1 veteran. A man that was here at the very start of season 1 on the Xbox side of things. Now on his PC, on a wheel. There was a slight bit of excess scrub there through Beckers and Chapel. But you know one thing, he's getting a lovely talk with his teammate. Gets away just in time for Stowe. Minor correction on the way in, but he sort of dances on the edge of what that Red Bull can do. Now, it's a club. It goes slightly wide for the first bit, but he's going to get to the second bit of it quicker, but does that make compromise his traction? What time can he do? Oh, Cats and Pigeons at 27.5. That's going to put some worry in some of them. Particularly Owen, who's already retired. Now, can AMS Axel get himself out of trouble? I think that's where we have to look next. Now, this race may count for nothing in terms of, as Casper says, 27.0, that should be enough. It probably will be for him, I must be honest. But can AMS Axel, the defending champion, show in pre-season he's got enough? Tell you one thing, it's over a third of a second up on his own time in sector 1. You can see that the lights off the Sauber as he was housing through Luffield, so he's clearly going very aggressive on battery management through this lap. Amos Joss has called it quits as well. Oh, that is sublime through corps. Absolutely sublime. Textbook. I'm very jealous of one's abilities when they can do it like that. Anyway, heading through Beckett's and now Chapel. Gotta say, this looks far quicker. I mean, he's over 7 tenths up on his PB. But these times are going to be like slot machines shortly. You watch, because I think we're going to see a few changes. He's giving it everything. Can the defending champion get into Q3 in this pre-season? Can he do it? Can he pull it off? On the power and heading towards the line. Axel sets. That's a little bit better than a 27.5. That might see him through, it might not. But guess we'll find out. Let's go with Robbo Snipe instead. Ooh, little bit of excess scrub there. Through Luffield, but not too much. It shouldn't be too bad. Besides, it looks like it's handling better than the actual real life 2025 Ferrari, which seems to have developed the 2014 race at Qatar anyway, a couple of weeks ago. Right through Cops. On the line to get into Maggots very early. This looks very committed. Downshifting to get that rear rotated. I say it looks very committed and very nice from Robbo. But he's only sort of the middle of the track exiting Chapel. Could he have took a bit more speed through Beckett's and Chapel there? Who's to say? Now, and I think we've had an escort problems. Oh no, they're into pits now. That's Emma Godwin calling it quits. What can Robbo Snipes do as he comes on his Xbox through the last bit of club? That's significant. He's done a 27.3. A Big D's finished lap. Otto's finished. Robbo's finished his lap. Axel's in danger here. Hughes is on another lap as well. And allegedly he's gone purpley sector 2. There's a big allegedly there. I must say that Axel's actually sick, you know. So is Hughes. Don't know if he knows. Owens called it quits. Master spread, Andrew picks out the speed freak already out. But what can he do? Can he improve? He can. He goes to P6, 27.3 or 5. AMS Axel, you can breathe a sigh of relief. You can breathe a sigh of relief. But I think the big news from that session is Master spread. on the verge of being Phantom Racing League's Saturday champion, potentially tomorrow, is out in Q2. Not exactly what he needs, knowing he's got a championship decider on his hands tomorrow, but for which I will say, Spread, good luck. But in the here and now, one of the head admins of this side of PRF1 is out in Q2. And I shall see you all in a minute. We are back. A second separating first from 10th. That is very close. I will certainly please my fellow admins. That's not too bad in terms of closeness that they were seeking. I mean, last week at Zandvoort, they were quite close as well. So they've been getting their allocations roughly right, if not exactly right. 90Q3, the business time. Wet setup will go crazy. Is it a wet race? Is it a wet race? Well, that's interesting. Because we did see what a dry setup did at the British Grand Prix this year. A dry setup on Max Verstappen's Red Bull. We've all been talking about Barcelona being the Natos in the championship. I have to say it's one of them. Axel's saying it's going to be a wet race. Say what you know. Big rain, says Josh. Ooh, okay. You can barely hear me. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? My wife's back home from work. Hey. Yes. Oh dear. By the way, audio test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Surely you can hear me now. We've got the microphone in my hand. We've got quite a few cars out on track. In fact, they're all 10 around. We've got one of the Sabres clearly out way ahead of everyone else. And quite a bit of a pack. The stragglers in the form of Amos Godwin and Ollie Champ. Axel? It is. Well, okay, I know that you should be able to hear me now, because I've just listened to myself. Right, what can the defending champion do in Q3? He's leading the train, so he can show us how it's done or not done, I suppose. Coming out of club. Do you know what? You can hear it on that trail. Oh, fused in! What's happened there? So it's going to let you have an onboard lap with Axel. What's happened to Fuse? Here's about crashed to the 100 straight. What is going on for the PRF1 veteran? Oh, the most experienced PRF1 man in the entire field. So now it's binned it on the 100 straight. Unbelievable scenes. I think we're going bottom. Volley champions is back at Q instead. And this is, I guess, the PRF1 equivalent of Wrap It Up. hope you enjoyed that. AMS Apple 26.4. AMS Josh 26.8. The Racing Bull must be working very well. But the bar is being raised. That's with the 26.8. God with the 26.9. Axel 27.1. Big D 27.2. So the quality session, Big D, but it's slowly coming in. Wow, okay. Cats and pigeons. Sam on the left is not. Shoot, he's invalidated. He's not looked on that. Can't be invalidated, is it? But yeah, oh, goodness. The bar's been raised by 6 temps or so, 5.5 temps, to be more accurate. That's quite significant. Wow, okay. Okay. And it remains to see what Fuse Demon can do. Ultimately, that strange crash, whatever happened to him, down it and straight on an outlap. I'm not quite sure what there is to say about it, really. Oh. See what's going on in the chateau while we have this look. Oh, and it's only 8 basically, so over 3 seasons. Won't be back. I think he should come back. This is my personal opinion. You've got to show a league a bit of respect in the day. If you're going to take part, you take part as well as you can. Anyway, Fuse Demon has come back out. Hopefully slay these demons after whatever happened there on his first attempt at an airline. What's the veteran got left for us? What can he do? He's won AM championships before, he's won constructors championships before, but what can he do? What can this man do? What's he got for us? Can he surprise us in that Red Bull? He's certainly got the equipment for it. I mean, this car is the real life pole sitter from this season. And in a dry race, probably could have done well. I mean, the soft strapping space in the dry was actually quite good. But it's most maybes the only way to know. Well, why don't we watch it? Let's have a fully off-board lap this time, and I'll talk you through. Coming out of club, what's he got? He's looking nice and steady. He's on the hot lap. Is it fully flat through, Abby? Of course it is. Farm, easy flat in these cars. And now braking into village. Looks very nice. Will it be quick? I don't quite know. If he could get the front grip up a little bit more, just from what I can see, it looks a tiny bit scrubby. And Silverstone just said he invalidated at the last corner, which is a shame for the Spaniard. But Fuse has allegedly gone purple in sector 1. So I am suspicious, not because I think he's rubbish. He's not. This game is a habit of lying. Anyway, he comes through Wood Cup, down the national pit straight. Is he flat through Cops? Is he ever? A lot of scrub though. His speed did decrease quite a lot, particularly with the downshift. Anyway, into Maggots. He kept it pinned for the first bit, only a minor lift into Beckett's, a tiny dab of brake and holding the throttle through exit of Beckett's into Chapel. 103.6 after 2 sectors. This is going to be a competitive time. I don't know if it's going to be fastest, but it should be somewhat competitive. Now, let's let him stay through stuff, but you know what? He's making me cough. I see where it's got 3 club. It's not going to be the fastest time we see. Is it going to be competitive? It only puts in 8, but you know what? It's better than not having a time on board. Salmon knows that only too well. Now, Salmon, interestingly, has decided to already pull the pin on going for a lap. I wonder why that could be. I'm guessing he wants to make sure he gets his lap in. Have another chance if needed. Twitch now. Maybe it shouldn't be. But as they start to pan out the pits, as we can see. Now, who do you think is going to be in pole position, folks? That's what I've been trying to work out. Who's going to get that pole position? Who's going to have that pole? Can anyone pull it off? Anyway, that's off the final corner comes Salmon. Let's go on board with the Mercedes. What can a Spanish stallion do? It's only 7th gear, interestingly, through Abbey and Farm. Slightly tentative in to the village, but it's looking alright through the loop. Tentative on the car, combined with the assist, I suspect. It's really using all that rev range. The 27.5 sector one. It's not terrible. Slight understeer through Lovefield, but you know it's going to be the corner off. Nicely, nicely. Now on the battery, through Woodcourt, obviously easily flat. What about Cops? Surely it's flat, right? A downshift, bit of scrub, but it was flat. Using the gearbox to try and rotate through Beck's and Chapel, that's interesting. 103.1 through the middle sector. This should put Salmon somewhere in the midfield at least. Oh, or is he about to pull up the upsets of upsets? Now you want a bit of dirty air from the Aston Martin coming in front of him from Ollie Champ. Hope doesn't affect him too badly as he wears the centre helmet. Or is that one of Hamilton's first helmets? Also Hamilton's first helmets. As he comes to the Hamilton strip. Oh, there is an apple carter. It's P2. P2. Now what can AMS Apple do? Currently holding all the cards by being on pole position. Can he lower that 26.4? He too goes through Cops and goes down again, but there was a lot less scrub than we saw with Fuse Demon and Simply Salmon. He's got that racing bull working very nicely. I've got to say, he's definitely getting a lot out of that racing bull. He's a tiny bit down on his personal best after 2 sectors, but I will say this, was a purple sector 2 allegedly. He could still pull up some improvement, and there's plenty of hungry wolves behind him who will happily trade that position on him, off him. C2 has a Hamilton helmet from those mid-2010s. Ooh, that is one of his best helmets. Here he comes, through Club, and he lowers the bar even more than 26.449. This AMS Cross, I've anything to respond with. No, it's on a big 26. Can Casper respond? He does a 26.7. What about AMS Axel? Can he do anything? He only stays 6. We'll go with AMS Broadway now. He looks probably the most likely to do anything from here. Uses finish. Ollie Champ does a 27.1. He usurps AMS Axel off the 3rd row. Come on, Godric, what have you got for us? He's very committed. I'm not sure he got his lines right there through Addison Beckett. But he's a tiny bit up on his personal best. He couldn't do anything relative to Salmon. So he's going to have to be a mega sector 3. I feel he's chucking it into Stone. Maybe he took slightly too much speed off. He was almost going under press on the inside of Stone. You don't often see that. He really went through that into the first bit of club though. MS Godwin, a farmer job this league. What can he do? He's P3. But it's not enough for pole position. And for the Farmers Racing Formula 1 Season 13, Fangio pre-season 2 sees an all racing bull front row. See you back in a minute, but I've got to tell you something. This is going to be something to watch. Don't go anywhere. Only a second from top to bottom. And 3 times or so between that top 5. This is going to be close. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back. Oh, it's raining. This is going to be exciting. It's going to be exciting. Now, what will the strategy be? Now, we'll go to the race director. Now, looks like it's going to be intermediates. Now, we did a pre-season for Lauda as well, albeit this was equal cars. And it was only 35%, but the quickest strategy, considering the big pit delta, because here I haven't understood there's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit yet, was a 0 stop. Just do inters all the way. And a 50, it might be in a stretch. But I can imagine some will gamble on a 0. I mean, it's a pre-season, nothing to lose, etc. Why not try and sneak a win? Albeit not officially. Why not? Why not? There's every reason, right? By the way, Apple, if you are listening and watching, when you put NA, I keep thinking that you don't mean no 6, you mean naturally aspirated. Oh dear, Apple. Oh dear. Oh dear. And yes, folks, even in the middle of Advent, I've had to open a window because it's getting a bit warm. A bit warm in this room. What happens when you have a fine rig running for some time? And Spifford doesn't seem so happy in the chat, so. He pressed X on his controller by accident. Oh dear, and by the way, he's on PlayStation, that means he's advanced through. But means it's formation lap time. What's just showing me in the old chatter? Ah, he showed me that he crossed the line just before the session finished. Fair enough. Oh, there's got to be some DQs on the grid. It shouldn't matter too much. Shouldn't matter too much. Yes, Casper, I'm going to put my mic close back. I'm even holding it. I'm holding it. All I want to get is a little bit closer. By the way, this fight between these three AMS guys, as the race strategy powered by Amazon Workspace, or the Workspace Available, so it's a toss-up between a 1 and a 2. A 1 and a 2. But I do think if it's wet enough to preserve the tyres, a 0 is possible. And I think someone might try it. What is going on between the two racing bulls? I don't quite understand, to be honest. Oh dear me. Oh dearie me. So, what we're all thinking, folks, who's going to win? I think I'm going to put some dark money on him. I'm going to put my 2 pence on AMS Godwin. I just reckon he's a dark horse. And considering he narrowly lost both Lauda and Fangio titles, quite dim to the season, in particular with Lauda, at the title decider, Abu Dhabi do, he's out for blood. He's a very nice man, but he's out for blood. Let's make that nice and clear. So Racing Bulls in formation, come towards the grid and Houghton Straight. You can feel the tension in the air. Cars line up on the grid. This is Performance Racing Formula 1, Season 13, Fangio pre-season here at Silverstone for a pretend British Grand Prix. We're just waiting for it all to finalise before there's 5 red flags. Come on. Here they go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go! The Racing Bulls have good starts, but tell you what, AMS Josh has got the advantage. Oh, there is contact between, I think now it's Godwin and Apple. Tension there, AMS Casper. Mr. Wood has got the lead. Heading into Village. And AMS Godwin's only got 3-second penalty for corner cutting. I think I've done the commentators cursing him. Oh my goodness me. Aston Field struggle for traction. Pulling through the loop and entry. AMS Casper cannot believe he's looked the seas are parted. And it's come all the way from P4 on the grid to lead in the British Grand Prix, we shall call it, for one night only. I'll put the tyre on so you can see any strategy that happens, folks. AMS Josh is already looking like he's got a bit more pace, at least in his first lap. There'll be tyre preservation going on. There will be going for it going on. Who's going to get this right? Because it doesn't look terribly wet. It looks wet, but not overly. Just looks like the moisture's there, but it's not greatly there, if that makes sense. I've got to say though, Casper's got a little bit of a tring on him early on. It was interesting to say nice and compact, and AMS Josh looks a huge threat. And of course, console device, we have a steaming first. A PlayStation second, Xbox third. Oh, AMS Casper. AMS Josh, the defence is a chop. Oh, this looks like a close. I'm going to see a change for the lead into club. No, we're not. At least not quite yet. But I've got to say though, AMS Casper using all those abilities we know he has to finish the first lap in the lead. And he leads from AMS Josh. Big D6432, AMS Axel, Robert Knight, Master Spread. Ollie Champ, every 7, AMS Godwin, AMS Apple. Bad starts for them two AMS folks, 9th and 10th. And then Owens, AI's 11th, Andrew Pittsmith 12th, Hughes Deep 13th for speed, 340 plus. But Godwin is somehow passively summoned, I'm not quite sure why. Because we are looking at this lead strat, which is very close, very important. I say Godwin's looking very vulnerable to Simply Salmon as well, so maybe I'll have to just keep things looking behind and forwards. And if I'm Godwin here, maybe he's been held up Salmon for now. So the Brit staying ahead of the Spaniard as it stands for now. AMS Casper still keeping the lead. Easy saving us house in that sand, but very dirty around here does hurt. I can testify to that, it does hurt. Once you get it, it's wonderful. DRS also not back at the moment. What is DRS anyway? I'll say though, Josh has got a little bit of the run on Casper. Could this be a change for the lead? Casper goes defensive. That's going to get Josh to the outside and the race line to stop. Oh, Casper. That's very late, but he holds on. The ball goes on. Through the veil, into club. Nothing happening. But they're making a tiny bit of the run on Big D. I can see the strategy pop up again. Don't discount the 0, folks. If you can control the tyre wear enough. You've got about 40% wear halfway. It's worth a pub. AMS Josh sets CFL. And he's been doing it while sitting super duper close to that Sangler. It's way seen aside the leader Grand Prix, but here we are. It's PRF1, it's season 13, it's a Fangio brief season. There's already been craziness going on as we head through entry. And it appears maybe things are settling down. Or has Josh just made a slight error, or is he deciding to sit back after a couple laps trying to get him as Casper? Are there any close bars? Got to say, Godwin's close to Ollie Champ. We won't just try and focus on the complete front. Has Godwin got anything? Can he recover? Now he has got a 3-second penalty hanging over him. And that does look a tiny bit tricky on traction coming out of Bloodfield. That's just a sign of the track. He's giving it everything. He's going to make a move into Cops. Oh, you bet he is. The triple PRF1 champion makes it up to P7. Good move there on Ollie Champ. Now, other than Casper and Owens AI, he's probably the one with clean air. Can he take use of it? I've got to say, look at that. That's looking nice and compact even after 3 laps. And quite a variety of cars there. As far as I can see, we've got 7 types of car manufacturers, I should say. 7 constructors in the top 8. Make that 6 because AMS Apple has made his way past Ollie Champ as well with a good move through Stowe. Oh! Did I just see Oliver try and make the move back? Yes, I did. But AMS Apple keeps the position. And AMS Gordon takes the FR, followed by AMS Apple, 40.8. Have we got the quickest drivers on the track? 7 Andrew Pittsmith has got 10 seconds penalty for speeding in the pits, and he's called it quits. I've got to admit, that is disappointing to see. Anything can happen in Formula 1, it usually does, as Murray used to say. Stick with it. You never quite know what's going to happen next. But you know one thing, it's getting close for P3 and 4. AMS Axel, the defending champion, trying to make a mark in this pre-season. Although traction looks at a premium for all those drivers. It just looks like the track's just a bit dry and there's a bit of emulsion and tear going on with these tyres. They're getting a little bit hot. It doesn't look overly wet. Of course, I'm not behind the wheel. I don't know how it feels, but it looks very... It looks like slick immediates would be the best time at the moment. Unfortunately, the slick immediate's not a tiring effort. But the fact is, Axel's in the leading group. So, and you know one thing? AMS Godwin's running in the back of that train, but you can see him in that shot coming back there through the exit of Beckett's coming into Chapel. I think we've got an interesting one on our hands, folks, haven't we? Because at that balls at the moment, can Godwin overcome that penalty as well? That's my big burning question. Can Godwin overcome that penalty? Well, now, of course, this being a practice race, won't be all the hoo-ha and clicks and everything. As gas test of 40.7 for the FL. Do we see a response from anyone? 40.5 for Godwin, 40.4 for Apple. Weirdly, this leading train, if you can extend it to the top 8, the quickest ones are at the rear carriages, not the locomotive. Usually, Axel just like he's got so much more confidence at the moment than Big D. Has to be said. He settled down into the race quite well as the defending champ, probably showing why he is the defending champ by just slowly making his way forward. Matt's right there looking in the background. Are they looking for water already? Are the tyres getting hot? I mean, I don't know if it's a visual glitch or anything, but I haven't really seen any spray so far. Usually. Does that change when I go on board? Doesn't really. It must just be miserable. It must be horrendous at the moment for me. I honestly don't think now you should be looking towards zero stop. I think it's actually going to get too hot. If I look at actual side sets of the steering wheel, we're getting to the 90s. These sides are overheating. As I was saying, it's slick immediate weather. And it does look, it looks like the sides are just getting hot very quickly. Getting that multi-feel, just sort of going over the top of the tower rather than digging into it. But AMS Casper, it has to be said, in fairness, he is extending that lead to 1.6. Amy's just fighting this out. Was he taking time to get confident? Or did AMS just go for it 2.6? He's got Big D, and that's all over him. And back to the 5.2. Slowly opening those taps. I think we're going to go back to P7 because it's AMS upside to 39 in. I reckon AMS Godwin is due to make a bit of a master spread anytime soon. Oh, that really kicking out on spread. Yeah, that's a classic. Intermediates are overheated. Yeah, we're getting similar tips off AMS Godwin here as well. Can he start master spread? Williams versus Hans. Not really. Struggling. AMS Axel really close to the two in front. Double dirty air, this must be hurting. Robert Snacks there in the background as well. Keep them honest, keep them true, keep them real. Is Asa going to try and make him even bigger now? He's on the battery, but in this wet weather you can use battery at Silverstone and be harvesting still nonetheless. Wow, they are so close together. Is he going to pick a move on Big D? Robert Snacks is joining this as well. He's just allowing AMS Captains to edge away. Yeah, we don't care about my emails and not deal either. So I'll say one thing, no, it may be case of pass or B pass. Robert Snipes now in the back of AMS Axel. As it now becomes a locomotive with 6 carriages this train, all back to AMS Axel. Something's got to give here. Or is spread just starting to devolve himself, Robert Sainz? Or is he closing as AMS Josh on the other side? Is he just going into conservation mode after failing to pass Casper early on? I've got to say that for Casper, it does look good. 6 laps down, 20 to go. Oh, can Axel set a big D into Village? No, not quite. Robert Sainz backing at him. That frame was thinks it's a Ducati, but it is not. Marquez, which one that you can pick? Would have been proud of that one. I got to say one thing up, Big D looks vulnerable. Axel's close enough to go for a move. It's a couple of tenths, but Big D must have a dry set. Axel has a wet one. He didn't admit to that in the Discord. And it says right now, Axel, if he could get clear, could be about a second faster. He can't do anything because on a straight line he hasn't got the speed. Unless he can surprise attack Big D here. Are we looking at moving to cops? Hold your breath. And my throat. Oh, one time to get some water. Axel has passed Big D. Big D goes wide through cops. I apologise for having water at the wrong time there, folks. But AMS Axel moves up to P3 here for the PRF1 Season 13 Fangio pre-season at Silverstone. Oh, we've had a moment for Apple in the background. Apple's had a moment in the background. Must have probably put a bit too much power on the exit of Chapel, and that's going to cost you some time, but that may work for him, weirdly enough. Allowing a bit of clean air. Saw the car. AMS Godwin's in. AMS Godwin is in. Why? That's my question. What is this move here? Is he going to gamble? What's in plan? Is that the purpose entry? Probably not surprised considering he went through the pit entry. What's he going to do? It's another set of inters. I've got to say, those inters do look a little knackered. A little devoid of tread. That's an interesting call. Is he planning on doing a 2? It's going to be difficult, considering he's got to make up nearly 30 seconds. That's quite nice, but he's a triple champion of this league. I'm a single champion. What do I know? What do I know? Plus, those 3 seconds got to uphold, so maybe time to be different. Oh, AMS Axel has passed AMS Josh, but it's a pit. AMS Josh going to have the speed around the outside of Woodcut and repasses AMS Axel. They'll be focusing on the wrong AMS guy there, aren't I? Because it turns out AMS Josh and AMS Axel having a bit of a ding-dong. Did he send it up? He's had a little bit like Jorge Lorenzo did all those years ago to Matt Marquez. And Big D and Robert Sainz are fighting as well. Where do I look, everybody? Where do I look? Wow! It appears that Big D's not right in a straight line. He fended off Axel all right until he slid off at Corpse. And he held off Robert Sainz there as well in a straight line. Interesting. Oh, we're going to go for Big D to come in. AMS Casper's in. AMS Josh is in. They're responding to Godwin. Are we going to see someone else try something different? It's a tyre wear really not savage. I suppose if it's the track is that dry. Interesting. We're seeing intermediates all around, so clearly this is just about pure tyre wear at the Inter. I want to go Inter to Inter. Now, if you're AMS Axel or Robert Sainz now, what are you wanting? A safety car? Surely. But we're seeing a few have stayed out. See the top 6 are on the tyres that stayed on. Okay, it's Owens Ghost as well, and Speed Freak at the rear has pitted too. It's a tyre wear that savage. Can they not extend just another 5 or so laps and get to lap 13? Surely one stop's going to be quicker, surely. I could be wrong. But we did see the graphic by AWS, other platform services are available. It suggests it's between a 1 and a 2. I speculated a 0, but if it's this dry, I just don't think you can reserve the inters that much. As AMS Josh has passed Big D, I appear to have missed that. Oh, let's go to their battle now. AMS Josh, unable to make an impact. AMS Godwin has made an undercut. He has passed Big D. Interesting. Big D sliding through Cobb. I guess Rip really is at a premium, and they've only got Owens AI behind to contend with a massive spread 2, waiting in the wings, lurking for that opportunity. It appears though that there's a bit of strategy going on. The 3 at the front are carrying on. So Salmon, so's Fuse, so's Solicham. I think you see the clean divide to 1-2. Amos Apple, that's got the clean there, 39.6. So clearly his injuries are still alright. I'm going to see Amos Godwin smashing FL though. He needs to be significantly quicker. 38.8, that's a good time, but it's nowhere near quick enough, I would suggest at the moment. Speak of that near 30 seconds you lose here for making a pit stop. On the F1 game at least, because they've not heard of the 5th mile speed limit, or 80 k's. Come on, Cody's EA, what is all that about? But yeah, there is value in a new insert. But is it enough to convince people to change strategy at the front, or are they going to stick it? Is it going to be the classic 1 versus 2? Oh, I've just disconnected my headphones, that's not good. That's why we're all here to find out. It is the Performance Racing Formula 1 Season 13. As we see MS Casper just making a move an Ollie chap there. That's significant because that's a 2 overtaking a 1. This is a PRF1 Season 13 Fangio pre-season, and we're just seeing one of the things that AMS Casper and Co will have to deal with, those who are stopped. Like him, AMS Godwin, Big D6432, AMS underscore Josh, Master Spread, Speed Freak. You know, Speed Freak isn't the rate probably needs to say right now. They're going to have to make overtakes to get a result here. It's going to be alright, how quickly they get through that traffic. I don't know, but that's why you're tuning in. I've got to say, Robbo's on his own against Axel at the moment. Is Axel's wet setup working for him? As Oddchamp gets a 10-second penalty for speeding into the pits. Oh dear. That's not good news for the Aston Martin driver. And Speedfree gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings at the rear. Oh, that's it for time from Godwin. Bit more like a 38-2. Oddchamp's braving it. That's option tyres. Is that by design? Surely you won't pick that by mistake. I mean, we'll have to watch him very closely. If he can get those tyres warmed up to speed and grippy enough, you never quite know. It's meant to be a dry pier that these guys are meant to be keeping an eye on. Of course, I don't know the weather. But we'll keep an eye on Ollie Champ and see if he can make any inroads now. Okay, of course, he's in for the one. He's against an AI of Owen CFC. So unless he gains significantly, probably doesn't tell us too much. Now AMS Casper has passed Fuse Demon as well. He's slowly making his way up the field. I guess intervals probably swap to leader the way it fits out at the moment, because that's probably going to be more of the story. Can Casper do it? Robbo. Oh, it's Axel that's in the pits. Axel's in the pits. He chose to give up the lead. It's sort of in between. Is this a 1-stop or a 2-stop? I can't quite tell. It depends what he puts on, I suppose. It looks like it's another set of intermediates. Okay. Is he going to the end on that? Or is he making another stop? I suspect he's probably going to the end and he's decided to go longer in this set where the fuel load's a little lighter as Fuse Demon and AMS Godwin fight. Remember, this is legitimately for position, but AMS Godwin on the greater grip and the wider line in these conditions, rammed entry, manages to get up to P5. I need to get better at directing these races, don't I? And meanwhile, AMS Casper, oh, he's going to have the advantage on Simply Sabin and takes P3. He's got about 11 seconds to get to Robbo Snipes. The strategy game's at play. It is quite intriguing. Is either one of the two going to be better? I'm not, I know I've been saying it, but I'm not quite sure. Ties round here when the wear is high. Yeah, powerful. You you want fresher tyres. But the dream right now for people like Robbo Snipes, AMS Apple, safety car. So they could pull everything off perfectly as they wanted. Robbo Snipes decided he's had enough. He's in, so is AMS Apple. They're not going to split the race symmetrically, which does surprise me. Salmon's in as well. Now we're going to see intermediates go on Robbo. We are going to see. Well, let's see. Oh, Stu Stevie has a 10-second for speeding to the pellet. Oh, fuse. Messing my AMS Apple, trust me. He's rear tyres look like they were devoid of tread. No, that's kind of cosmetic on this game rather than actuality, but that's intriguing to know. Okay. So I imagine this is 14 laps to the end, surely, for those that are pitting into intermediates now. But that's a huge undercut from Axel and Robbo Snipes, about 1.5 seconds he's found. Fuse Demon, interestingly, has essentially seen what Olicham's done, and has put on medium tyres. Olichamp is getting quicker on those tyres. It's just a 40 that time. They're not too far away. Surely the slick is not the way to go. He does look tricky. Yeah, look at that. That's sort of persuade the front to bind and trying to be tensive on the rear to get it going. This is interesting. Got to say, but two of them are braving slicks. So we've got 3 strategies going here. Those are one stop going into winter. You have those doing one stop into option, and you've got those on 2 stops into. Or at least that's what I presume they're going to do. You never quite know. But there is a race leader, it's AMS Casper, currently leading by 4.1 seconds off AMS Godwin, who currently has a 3-second penalty on top. Big D 7.9 behind the lead. AMS Josh has caught up to him now. So as Master Spread, he is edging his way forward. He's always a canny, crafty operator, is Master Spread. And he's showing it here by moving all the way up to P5. But they will all be on a 2, I presume. AMS Axel, the first of those. He probably is on a 1, I'm not terribly sure. Then you got Robbo Snipes behind, who's definitely doing a 1. So it'll be AMS Apple. Hobbins Ghost, we can ignore him, but he has probably on a 1 as well. We've got Simply Summon behind them. Fuse Demon, who's gambled on the option tyres. Same for Olichamp. I'd be intrigued to see their times, you know. But is there any way of seeing like last lap or anything? I don't think there is. No. Fastest lap? No, it's up here. Fastest lap? Okay. There we are. Back to normal. Now, we're currently at a stage where there are no 2 terribly tight battles apart from this. Big D, AMS Josh, Master Spread has just fallen off it a bit. And AMS Axel is closing in. Now, he does have the fresh side at the moment, but he does need to preserve. He's going to get to the end. Or is he going to go hard and aggressive? Use that tired Elsa. AMS Josh, he is so close. Fuse Demon getting a warning and getting a penalty as a result. Oh, Fuse Gossett is making it work better than Olichamp. Looking at what I see on the screen, he might just be making this work. Olichamp looked devoid of confidence, but AMS Apple, that's a tell, has just done a fast lap at 37.5. If the slick was the quicker tyre, I think we'd have probably seen a 36 or something by now. I suspect that's not the case. AMS Josh getting a bit scribbly there out of the field. Let's look at the back of the enemy this time. Yeah, a full lip. Oh! That's going to put AMS Josh right on the back of Big D. That's a bit of a swapper there for a box. He did have to go down the gear and lift. So Chris Salmon has overtook Owen's Ghost, by the way. Look at that racing box, got such a sharp front end. It's giving AMS Josh the confidence. Will there be a battle down this Hannah Straight? Looks like there is in the tuck. How the tuck goes AMS Josh. How will it be into Stowe? Oh, there was slight contact there, wheel to wheel. Interestingly, Ollie Chap has been passed by Hugh Stephen. Vindy's back into the pit. So is AMS Josh. No, correct myself, it's Godwin and Canterbury. What are they going to put off? Each car now looks like it's good boss. They're going to have to do a job of saving them. Because none of them have gone 10 last year, but they should pull it off. Godwin's got bored! He's got option tyres! Oh! It's what's happening to Fuse be giving a slight clue. It looks like Fuse is making them work in truth. I mean, he has passed the AI, which is now picking. He's that ahead of Big D's Fuse, so that'll be a big test. Can these guys and options fire the tyres at Buck? Godwin looks very firm at the moment to Slippery Salmon. They're on traction though, it looks relatively equal. Maybe the slip is slowly but surely becoming the tyre. Let's take a look at the option tyre. So it's looking okay for Godwin, it has to be said. Salmon's not exactly right now. In fact, Hosty just pulled off an absolute blinder there. Meanwhile, AMS Josh has been caught by Master Spread and AMS Axel and Robust Knights to generate a four-way duel. Yeah, look at the time that maybe Slicks are the one, because Godwin appears to be making them work. Big D has just been over to like Demon or Fuse Demon actually. Prep South, Fuse Demon spun. AMS Josh and Master Spread are both in. It'll be interesting to see what ties they pick, because there is a bit of a split that's starting to happen. I can't call this, but the option side does look good for Godwin, has to be said. He's big work because Archam gets a warning and a penalty to boot. It's intermediate going on the racing board there. Brilliant. The size did not too bad actually, to be fair, on Master Spread. But the one just came off. Now, Godwin has, well, it's been back and forth enough to go. Maybe Slick Sam's actually got away from him about 2 seconds. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Oh, but it does look tricky. He got a bit of the curve through entry and it threw him. But yeah, ooh, this is interesting. Has Godwin picked a blinder? Now, could this be a gamble? No, there's no points in the line. And the fact he's got the pounds in it. Ollie Trav, interested. He's gone to the qualifying tyre. Okay. Okay. We're seeing an interesting divergence as Big D has passed it with Salmon. I expect Salmon's actually maybe Black's been going good there. Godwin's gap. He's holding his own against AMS Axel at the moment. As we said. As AMS Godwin gets more warnings! Oh, Josh Godwin, what have you done, son? He might be on the right strategy, but his execution is leaving you wondering. Meanwhile, AMS Casper in pursuit of the one-stoppers on that two. He's only 90.7 behind his teammate for the night, AMS Axel. With all the slick tyres going on and pressure intermediates against older intermediates. I won't go anywhere. This is going to start to hot up shortly. End of the day, it's just another night for PRF1. It's season 13, Fangio pre-season at Silverstone. As we're having a wet race driving some crazy. Gotta say, the slick tyres are not too far off intermediate. Gordon is struggling a little bit more this time, this lap. Big T, he's closing in, as we said. He has to a little bit now, he's past Salmon. Oh, I think Speed Freak's gone onto option side as well. Someone trying it. Godwin, to be fair, is making it somewhat work. appears to be roughly intermediate phase. At least he's making it somewhat work. But fascinating to hear his thoughts afterwards, that's for sure. That's for sure. And he just took a huge amount of time out of Axel through cops there. Maybe options are the one. He's thrown it in with confidence. He's really given it all. He's got to find nearly 24 seconds when he factors in his penalties. If the track's right, it could be his race. But will it be his race? We just simply don't know that. Sliding through the exit of Stowe, heading into club. Oh, a little lockup. That just shows you go slightly wrong on these slicks. You could be in for an interesting moment. He's dancing off throttle, but as we said, Big D is closing in on him. I suspect he's about the same pace as the used Inter, but the equivalent used Inter is probably quicker than what he can produce right now. A speed freak on those options gets more time penalties. Yeah, Godwin iceberging. As I say, this weather is slick and medium. Slick is probably too wet for, and intermediate is probably too dry for. What can I say? Not easy. It's not easy at all. Don't get me wrong. Godwin is looking vulnerable now, but I'm going to have to switch away from him because guess what? Robert Snacks has managed to get super close to AMS Axel now. Equal donkeys. Has Axel's 1 lap tie delta proven to be fatal? I imagine Axel, Robbo and Apple will try and do a one stop. And there is Casper, he's only 6 seconds behind now. It's all set to come third. That traditional 1 versus 2 excitement. Lord Champ gets more penalties. That's a shame for the Aston Martin driver. We got to admire he's the one that first went onto the slick gamble. At least he tried it. At least he tried it. You have to give him his kudos, he tried it. As Big D significantly has overtaken Godwin. But just doesn't have the grip. Fused him and gets another track limit related time penalty. I think if it dries up a tiny bit more, brilliant. Then we got Salmon, followed by Amos Scott. Oh, the penalty might be famous in the go through club. Amos Scott, he's the least tackle to Axel by Fred. I don't know where to look next. We've got an exciting battle for 7th, we've got a battle for 5th, we've got a battle for lead, which I suppose we'll probably look at everything now. Will Robert do anything to Axel? Has he got anything left? Or is Amos Axel going to use that league racing experience, the wealth that he has, the speed that he has to hold on in that Sauber? But I've got to say, it does look tricky. I do suspect if Robert Sachs and Apple can pass, they'll probably be faster. But is there an element of time saving going on in that Sauber? But look at AMS Casper, he's going to background now. He's only 4.2 behind exiting Chapel. This is closing up. This could be a 4-way duel to the finish for the victory. And when have you ever seen that in real life, a 4-way for the victory? Other than Abu Dhabi 2016, which was, slightly manufactured. Can't blame Lewis for that, though. Right. Coming on to lap 21 and 26. There is 6 to go. And do you know what a post-spanner works right now? A safety car. What would you do with regards to tyres? Would you come in? Would you stay out? Dirty air has been tricky, but if you've got the extra mechanical grip, overtakes have been easily done. I thought Axel was a bit rumble there to Robbo, but apparently not. Less than a second between the leading 3 drivers. This is sensational. This is what we want to see, right? Close action now. Can Robbo overcome that dirty air somehow? As Fuse gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pits. And he's had enough by the looks. He's called it and quit on the end of lap 20. That's a shame. We like seeing Fuse in the race. The most experienced PRF1 driver out of a lot of them tonight, has to be said as well. So he's been involved in every single season this league has ever produced. But hey ho, sometimes it ain't meant to be. And to be honest, he tried the slick gamble. it didn't pay off. We're seeing with Amos Godwin, he's starting to struggle there. He has fallen a bit from Axel, about 3 seconds. But his deficit's now about 21 seconds. Hopefully, if he uses his card, doesn't cause a safety car. We don't want that. We don't want that. And I know he wouldn't either. Wow. Casper's found another second this lap as well so far. Do you dare call a winner, folks? Because I sure wouldn't. Godwin appears to have a train as well behind him. Look at that. Oh, look at that. He's got 4 cars. Master spread. Looking on the inside of Simply Salmon. Oh my goodness me. Master spread. Wow. 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 Well played there, Master spread. Fantastic overtaking abilities there. I'm glad we managed to join you when you pulled off quite a worldie there. AMS Josh passes fellow AMS Josh in AMS Godwin, the P7. Salmon has been struggling, but he's still sticking with it to his credit. This is one Spaniard that won't give up. Let's see if he gets another penalty with multiple warnings. That is a shame. That is a shame. Can't tell anything about Godwin. It appears that the option. Oh, Godwin's now got more penalties. Has he been pushing it Origin too much? That's the question. Oh, Sam's got for a move into Brooklands. Oh, unbelievable stuff. I'm going to have to leave them because look at this. There is less than 2 seconds covering the top 4. And only a matter of 10s covering the top 3. Casper can see what's in front of him. Bronze, silver and gold. But can he get up there? Does he have anything left? Will catch him in and passing quite another Murrayism for you, by the way. As we'll head on to lap 23. Looks significant because it'll be the last lap. The game will deploy a full course yellow. Should we get one? MS Apple's all for Robos Knight. Is Apple going to be regretting the mistake he made earlier as Casper gets 3 seconds? That is significant. Oh my goodness me. And he's retired. What has just happened? Oh, he's calling it quits on track. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? Sorry, but that is ridiculous. I'm sorry, you cannot justify that in a month of Sundays. I'm sorry, you just can't. That's my honest opinion. You've come this far, give it a go. You just don't quite know. Necessary needs 3, you're in the pound seat because Pete Foss, well, it's 15 seconds behind the race leader. I just don't understand that. I'm just happy brutal, I don't understand. If you've made a mistake, just bring it home, collect your P4 and go. You know what? I tried it. I failed. But you know what? It's like the battle of the one-stoppers now. Because those who have been on a 2 are just way too far back. Casper, I think, had the ability to pull it off. The first time things went wrong, he caved in. Excuse me. That means it's going to be a straight factory lead 3. The only difference, other than the cars obviously, is that one lap tyre delta that Robert Saxon at AMS Apple has an advantage on AMS Axel. Okay, and obviously the Red Bull Honda power unit inside that Racing Bull is also a differentiating factor, whereas the other 2 in front of him have the Ferrari P. So for Sammy, that's 3 seconds for warnings. 3 to go, there'll be no more safety cars. Oh, I don't know where this is going. I've got to say, MS Axel has played this race really well. Whatever happens from here, he's moved forward, he's used his clever brain by using an undercut and saving tyres, I presume. He's played this race really well. Whatever happens, he has every reason to be proud of this recovery. Good strategy, good setup, good frame of mind, and just executing as he does. This is why he's the defending champion, folks, but will other people have a say? It's Robert Snaps again, gets really close to the top. Surely he's going to point the battery now. Oh, by the way, I've noticed that MS Axel is fuel neutral. That's important. Fuel's going to be a factor too. Same as Rodman is fighting with Slippery Salmon all the way back there through Woodcup, but we are more interested in the lead battle. No offence to the Spaniard or the Brits, but there's a battle between a Swede and two Britons going on at the front. Can the Swede hold off the two Brits and the toughest test of them all? Two Brits who will be highly motivated in this pre-season to win on home turf. It's one of the greatest feelings in league racing is winning at home. So having an Axel unfortunately cannot experience, but win the toughest test of them all, surely it will be a great prize. Even if it is only a pre-season. 3 odd attempts. Robert Sykes has got a run. Can he take advantage into Millie? Surely he's got to make the move now. Oh, Axel leaves him room. Can he mug him into the loop? No. Oh. Would that be Robert Sykes' only chance? Time will tell. We don't quite know. Heading through entry. Heading out the Welton straight now. As Axel played this right. I tell you one thing, that fuel will be making him quite nervous. Can he hold on? Oh, nearly the mark as Lorenzo moves there by MS Apple on Robert Snipes. But it wasn't meant to be. He does not do the Lorenzo. Was that never going to Cobbs? Surely not. Oh my goodness. That's Axel. Think about what a defence. Oh my goodness me. Any three of them could win this. They are all so close together. Robbo willing to take risks. Amos Axel close on fuel. And Amos Apple highly motivated, want to reflect on that mistake earlier and correct it. Oh, I can't call this. Simon and Godwin still swapping places for that P7, at least before penalties. Oh, I can't call this. Where is this going to go? Ready to one last final time here at Silverstone. It's a Swede versus two Brits. Two fried powered cars against a Red Bull powertrain car. Powered car, should I say. It is a Sauber versus a Ferrari versus a Racing Bull. Oh, Robert's got a run. Can he do anything into Village? Oh, we're just too far back. Axel coming a bit wide there, but I think that's just lines. Oh. Did I just hear a puncture for somebody? Am I dreaming? I think we're dreaming, but Amos Apple has overtook Amos Axel. Like I say, Axel. Oh! Axel's on with a puncher! Axel's on with a puncher! He's got off! He's got off at Brooklands! Oh no! His undercut came with a disadvantage! And there is tyre wear! Can Amos Apple or Robert Snipes do anything now? Amos Apple! He might have fetched a mistake from earlier as he now takes the lead on the PRF1 Season 13 Fangio pre-season here at Silverstone. Wow! Robert Snipes is now got to face another MS stalwart to try and overtake and win in front of his home crowd. Oh, far out of bunker. I wasn't greedy. It was Axel Fangio. But MS Apple, third in the train, has played that perfectly. Can he hold on a bit longer? The last break is on the ground. Into club. As we see Olichamp, I think, in front of the leading team. He was staying the lead lap. But AMS Apple, tried the last lap third. He wins the PRF1 Season 13 Fangio pre-season at Silverstone. Take a bow. Mistake rectified. AMS Apple, take a bow. Well done. Robert Sykes will be wondering how he's lost that, considering he started the last lap second and the person who started third has won. Big D finishes third, fast spread fourth, Amos Cross fifth. Penalties will put Simon 6, Godwin 7th. Owens goes, AI will come in. AMS Axel struggling. Can't speed for a quality champ. Relegate. Axel out of the points. I say Axel's really struggling. Speed freakers now past Axel. Even with a down struggling, that Red Bull is like to finish ninth. Wow, after all of that, is Axel likely to score no points at all in his pre-season? Surely not. Oh, this looks tricky. I feel so sorry for the Swede. As I said, he has no reason to be disappointed. He gave absolutely everything. It was crafty, but unfortunately, he just ran out of tyres. Alright, chap, out of nowhere, he's going to score points. I mean, proper F1 points. I know there's a different scoring system PRF1. But let's just pretend it's top 10 like it usually is in real life. MS Axel, after all of this, oh, he started the last lap in the lead. He's likely to lose the race by over 2 minutes. Wow, I do feel sorry for the Swede. He deserved that today. Now, of course, so did Apple and Robosnipes, let's be clear. I'm just sort of wound. Here comes the leading group on their ring lap. Oh, has Axel beached it? Can he get to the line? He's got another minute to do so. He should make it. And he's been disqualified for going the wrong way. Wow, my goodness me. Round it even after the checkered flag start flying. That is vintage PRF1, everybody. Wow, 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 wow. That's the spread P4. He always finds ways of making his way forward. Wow. But after all that, it's a celebration for AMS Apple. 3 Brits on the podium. And as the RSC trophy is held aloft by AMS Apple, we'll have to ponder an absolutely dramatic PRF1 season 13. Fangio pre-season at Silverstone. That is why performance racing Formula 1 will be one of the top leagues you can enter. I can't quite believe what I've seen. Punches on the last lap. Different strategies converging. Drivers throwing in the towel. 2 stop versus 1 stop. Slicks versus inters. We are seeing it all here. And I will now quickly go through the finishing order. It was AMS Apple who had the FL. Well, Robosnipes, as they fought with AMS Axel, easy to say, for the win. Big D, taking a surprise podium. Now, he'll have been taken a little bit aback by Axel's bunch, but he'll take it. And that's a spread 4, putting his way through, as he usually does, all craftily from alone. AMS Trusty, same for 7-6. AMS Godwin with that slick gamble finishing 7th. Owens AI finishing 8th. Speed Freak 9th. Ollie Chop 10th. AMS Casper will be the first of the non-finishers, along with Fuse Demon, Adjunct Pete Smith, and the disqualified AMS Axel. Well, that was quite something to behold, wasn't it, folks? I will say thank you to everyone that turned out to race. Thank you for everyone that came to watch. Thank you very much. I'm Callum Hosty. That was the Performance Racing Formula 1 Season 13 Fangio pre-season at Silverstone. And we will see you when we see you. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.